Another live show. Today, I want to talk to you about time management strategies that are going to save you hours in your business. I'm Ilona Lipari, your host, business strategist. I help entrepreneurs build a life and business on purpose through branding, marketing, sales, systems, and team. And time management is one of those topics that constantly comes up in my own personal life as I'm always growing to new heights and new levels. I constantly have to reprioritize, rebalance my energies, refocus my time and energy in the right priority driven or income producing tasks or impact driven tasks, as I say. And I see this with a lot of people that I work with, that it's a topic that a lot of us struggle with at one point or another. I always say business is a journey, and at every phase and stage that you are growing your business, you constantly have to rethink and prioritize your calendar, your time management. So I want to share with you some of tips or strategies that I have learned and that I have shared with my clients that I think might be helpful for you as well. So the first thing is to really take a look, make 3 different lists, get a whiteboard. We always think better, for those of you that are more visual, we always think better when we see something up there in the white space. So get a whiteboard and make 3 columns or 3 categories. So the first one is your visions, things, big projects that you're trying to push through in your business, right? Things that are not going to get done in one small, time block or one small action step. So on that first row, list your bigger projects, your big initiatives, I say, in the business. In the middle row, list your recurring tasks, things that are always your operation side, things that are always going to be needed and you are doing every day in your business. So list that in the middle row. And then in the third row, list your ideas. As entrepreneurs, ideas can spark at any time. They can spark in the bathroom, they can spark in the, watching TV, they can spark while you're taking a walk, they can spark while you're speaking to your clients, anywhere. They pop out of anywhere, really, right? So, because we need to constantly create in our business. So, by the way, something that I do use is an idea book. I have idea books laying around all over the place in my home or wherever your environment is, your office or wherever you are running your business from. So that is where what you put in your third column is your ideas, your big ideas that obviously have not come in fruition yet, but are going to be slowly developed. And pay attention to these ideas, because I always say I help a lot of businesses with branding and authentic message and branding. These are the ideas that are going to help you have you stand out from everyone in the market, right? These are your own authentic, original ideas. And these are definitely things that intuitively you need to put into action because they came to you, right? Ideas are like, visions. They come to you. That's the reason why they come to you, because it's going to help you move further in your business and you're going to be more aligned. I speak a lot about business alignment on purpose and aligning your purpose with your business vision and mission as well. So that's going to help. So 3 categories: your big projects, your recurring tasks, your everyday projects, and then your big ideas. Now, out of these 3 categories, you want to take a week out of your life and really track how long I should say, are you actually spending on these 3 buckets, I should say, or 3 columns. So specifically in the middle column, because if you are spending a lot of time in the middle column, then try to track the time it's taking you to complete a task. And by the way, the more you actually take the recurring activities that you are doing in your business and you are tracking it, so to speak, the easier it will be when you need to hire help and delegate. Because obviously you have a good idea of what are some of the things that are always ongoing. The bigger projects are harder to predict because that's why they're bigger projects. You need to project manage a little bit differently with those. And then, identify or brainstorm of who you need to hire if you need to hire help in those bigger projects. But the recurring tasks is pretty much a good indication of not only for you personally to see what you're spending your time mostly on and how long it's actually taking you so that you can properly time block on your calendar, but also, who is it that you need to delegate eventually down the line. Business growth is all about creating systems and processes. I always say systems set you free. The more you grow, the more systems you need to implement, the more processes you need to implement so that you are delegating and you are not the chokehold of your business. You're bringing in the right people in your business to help you grow. So that's kind of like, that's another way to look at it. Always schedule your personal time first. It's a non-negotiable. It's like time with the CEO. When, if any of you worked for a job, we always consider time with our manager or our someone we're reported to as very important. I would say shift that same mindset in your business. When you schedule time for yourself, for your self-care, that is time with you. You are the boss. You are the CEO. You need to take care of you or respect the time you set on your calendar with you, and do not procrastinate that time or just remove it because there's something else that comes on top of what you're doing, right? And then the other thing is follow your calendar. Your calendar is your boss. Follow your calendar like your boss. Like, your priorities are always reflected on your calendar. I like to call things success lists more than just to-do lists, right? So that's like an old term that doesn't really apply anymore. So a success list is really aligning your day-to-day, what you're doing, with the goals and the vision, the mission that you have that you want to create in your life. So looking back, tracking back, starting with the end in mind, is what you're going to do right now align with where you're trying to go, right? So that's always a good compass to really see, what are your priorities and what you should focus on, because most entrepreneurs struggle with focus and distraction, right? So put in your laser eyeglasses on, laser focus, and obey your calendar. Obey your calendar. Like, that's the discipline. That's really the discipline that it takes to grow business, no matter what. Another thing that happens, thankfully, as you grow through, your journey as an entrepreneur, is that you become more skilled, right? I always talk about skills because I think they're so important and they're all learnable. And everything becomes a skill. The more you do something, something that would have took you an hour like a month ago, it would take you now 45 minutes, half an hour, or 15 minutes even, right? So as you're growing in your capability, it's not the time of day has changed. We still have 24 hours, but you have grown in skills and experience. So that is why you are able to do something much faster in a shorter amount of time. And that is one way that you can consider, how to realign your calendar as you are growing as well. And another thing is to plan out your quarters every 3 months. And I would even suggest to zero out your calendar, all of it, and rebuild it again. Because a lot of times we are going on old paradigms and actions that we have maybe took that we thought was going to move the business forward, but they no longer serve us, or they no longer align with the direction we're trying to go. So every 3 months, clean out your calendar, rebuild it again, based on your priorities, based on where you are in your business, and based on your vision for the future, right? As a business owner, we're constantly adapting and we're innovating. And especially as an online business owner, things move very, very fast. So whatever worked a month ago might not be necessarily what is your focus for this month, right? So that is something to consider. And then something else is really have themes in your months. So for that first column where you have your big projects, then make your months themed, right? That's another thing that I have learned, is to theme your months. So if you're going to, let's say, start writing a book, right? That's a big project. So theme your month or 2 months or 3 months and start breaking down that task, right? Because that is a big project. So that's another way to get more done in very, very efficient way. Efficiency has always been my middle name because I am a processor. I like processes and systems, and I love creating those for people and for my own business. Because as I said, processes set you free. I have an amazing challenge running next week on Monday, July. We're already in July 26th to the 28th, 4-day free challenge. I would love to welcome you to come by. I go in so much more deeper than the topic of time management and all the strategies, the foundational pieces that you need in your business, in giving you a blueprint, a map, so that a methodology, so that you can really identify the gaps of where you are in your business journey and really grow business up to 7 figures and above. Right. So love for you to join me in that masterclass. I'm going to include the link underneath this video. And as usual, I thank you all for your support with the show. Definitely subscribe as I come on, and my biggest passion in life is education. So educate and inspire on all these different business and life building topics that I am sure you are finding valuable, and I hope that you are finding valuable. So definitely subscribe, rate our show, give us a review, and most important, share it with other amazing entrepreneurs that need to hear the message. Thanks so much, guys. Bye for now. Have a good rest of your Tuesday.